Hello students, good morning. Welcome back to the YouTube channel of Venus Public School. In the last lecture we have started chapter 16, that is electric current and its effect of class 7th. We have discussed very few important things, that is what is electricity, what makes it so favorable source of energy. Okay, we have discussed what is electric current. We have also discussed about what are electrons or what are subatomic particles present in any material, okay, and who are out of electron, proton, neutron. Electrons are responsible for the flow of current in any kind of circuit or arrangement. We have also seen how currents flow with the help of a simple diagram or simple arrangement of some of the basic components or things which you can arrange yourself very easily, okay, like a bulb, pieces of wire, your homemade switch, clear, and a battery, clear, right? Now today we are going to discuss what is electric circuit, clear. So we need to understand, because we have already in the previous lecture we have discussed about arrangement of components, okay. We have arranged some components, we have arranged some objects like a bulb, pieces of wire, battery, a homemade pin or a key, pin key, clear. So what are these things? These things, whenever we are talking about electricity, whatever we are connecting to each other and whatever is allowing electric current to pass through it, or whatever the things which are used in representation of flow of electricity or electric current would be termed as components, okay, electrical components, clear. Why they are called electrical components? Because electrical or electronic components. I will tell you the difference between electrical and electronic components just after this topic, electric circuit. But before that, you need to understand whatever things you are connecting with the help of wires and whatever thing in which you are able to flow the current or electricity is called components, clear. And whenever you arrange these components in a standard way, in a standard manner, okay, according to their functionality, according to the functionality of the components, would be termed as electric circuit. So what is electric circuit? Basically the path along which electric current can flow is called electric circuit, clear. The path along which electric current can flow is called electric circuit, clear. Electric circuit can be controlled by on off switch or key. We have discussed in the very beginning, that is electricity is a form of energy which is very much on which we are depending upon on a very greater extent, because it is the most convenient and controllable source of energy. And we had discussed that time that how we can say it is controllable. We can say it is controllable because we can control it using the switches on and off, clear, using the on and off switches, clear. Or we can also term it as key. In the last lecture we have also seen how we can make our own key at our homes, but that key is workable only for the low voltage supplies, okay. Like if you are using a battery of 9 volt, if you are using a battery of 1.5 volt, that is the pencil cell, then it is okay, you can use that pin wala that switch. But if you are using the higher voltages, if you are working on 12 volt and more than that, then you will have to use the proper electrical switches which are available in the market, clear. So don't use that pin key for the higher voltages, clear. It is okay for the pencil cells or the 9 volt batteries, okay, that you are using at you have used many times at your school projects, clear. So again, what is electric circuit? The path along which electric current can flow through. Whatever things are connected in this electric circuit are called electrical or electric components, clear. And the flow of current can be controlled in any kind of circuit using on off switch, or we can say key, clear. Now let us see what are some electrical components, okay. So before moving further, let me tell you the difference between electrical and electronic components, clear. In the picture you can see the different things which are like you are very familiar with, and these are available at everywhere. Clear? Like a battery, everywhere it is present, in a clock, in the toys, okay, everywhere. LED bulbs or simple bulbs, clear, is available. Bulbs, that electric, that frill, that jhalar you are using at Diwali festivals, Christmas, etc. So, and these bulbs you can get it from there. This is very common. Okay, switch. Yes, I have told you, either you can get electrical switch from the market, or you can make your own. If you are dealing with the low voltages, you can make your own. Otherwise, you will have to go for the electrical switch which is available in the market for that particular specific purpose. After that, battery. Okay, now what is the difference between battery and cell? As you can see in the symbols, that will help you to understand what is the difference. Cell is a one cell which is having two terminals. Okay, that is positive terminal and negative terminal. Clear? But what is battery? Battery is a combination of cells. It is a combination of cells, number of cells, n number of cells. Okay, as many as higher voltages you need, as many as current values you need, higher current values you need, you can use as many number of cells and join together, and you can form a battery out of it. Clear? So battery is nothing but a voltage source, just like an electric cell, but it is a combination of n number of electric cells. Clear? To increase the magnitude of the voltage or current. Clear? Now, wire is very common. Copper wires, aluminum wires, depending upon the use. Okay, if you are like working with the LEDs and small LED bulbs or small objects, it is okay. Low voltage LED, low current, low value LEDs, then it is okay if you can use, if you are going to use aluminum wires. But if you are using like higher voltage, working on higher voltages, you will have to use copper wires. Now here we have the names of the components, we have the pictures of the components, how they looks like, and in the last row, in the last column, we can see the different symbols, electrical symbols, because electrical circuit, like in this figure you can see this is electrical circuit, but this is the pictorial representation of the electrical circuit. Okay, and this pictorial representation of the electric circuit is not working everywhere, because this is, and on the screen you can see this is a very simple circuit. Clear? So this can be shown using pictures. But what if the electrical circuit is complicated, when there are so many components combined together and joined together to form a functional working circuit? So over there you cannot use these pictures over there. So what you will use? You will use these symbols, standard symbols. Also, it is very easy for everyone to understand what component would have been used over here. Okay, because like it might happen that the bulb at your place in India is different, looks different from the other country, from the France, from like America. So it might happen that these are different components, may look like different, but symbols are standard. Okay, the scientists have made them standard, made the standard symbols for electric cell, for a bulb, for a switch, for a on switch, for a off switch. Okay, battery, wire, etc. Clear? So these are the components, these are the pictures, and these are the symbols, standard symbols. Clear? That can be used in the circuits. Now, as you can see in this picture, circuit diagram. Clear? As I told you, electric circuit is the pictorial representation, or electric circuit is the arrangement, picture of the arrangement of electrical components. Clear? But circuit diagram is the diagram through which we can show the arrangement of electrical components using the symbols, using the standard symbols. Clear? So a circuit diagram is visually display of the electrical circuit using standard symbols. Clear? As you can see in this picture, on the top you can see there is a lamp, simple, because the circuit is this is battery, switch and lamp. That's it. And these straight lines are representing wires. As you can see in this previous slide, straight lines, last straight lines are representing wires. Clear? On the bottom you can see the picture, battery, switch, lamps are connected, lamp A, lamp B, lamp C are connected in series. Clear? That is also we will discuss later, what is series, what is parallel combination. Okay, but here as you can see, lamp A, lamp B, lamp C are connected to each other with the help of wire, and a battery and a switch is there. So whenever you right now the switch is in off situation. Whenever you turn it on, when you close it, this is open circuit. This is open circuit, okay, because current is not able to flow until the switch is not in contact with that particular terminal. Clear? So this is open circuit. Now the next topic is, which is very important, that is potential difference. Okay, so clear? So let us understand what is potential difference. Okay, potential difference is a scientific term used for voltage. In like the common term, actually potential difference is the right term for representation of voltages. Clear? But voltages is basically a commonly used term, like in layman's language we used to call it voltages. Okay, right? So now let us understand this. What is potential difference? Here we are talking about difference. So what is the difference? Yes, the difference is a normal English term which shows which used to separate two things, because they are not similar to each other. Something is like either greater than the first thing, or the first thing is greater than the second thing. So there is a difference between them. Clear? So the difference in the voltages of two terminals of an electrical device is called potential difference. Clear? So whenever two terminals are there, like in a cell there are two terminals, positive terminal and negative terminal. So what is it? Basically we have marked them positive or negative on the basis of the like difference between them, between their voltages. Clear? So now flow of current is not possible in the circuit until there is no potential difference. Okay, if there is no potential difference, the flow of current will never possible. Like in a battery, if positive terminal is showing 1.2 volt and negative terminal is representing 0 volt, so what is the difference between them? 1.2 volt. The difference between the positive terminal and the negative terminal is 1.2 volt. Until this 1.2 volt is present in the cell or the battery, it will continue to conduct electricity. It will continue to conduct electricity. But like if we are continuously using that battery, what will happen? It's like its difference, we are decreasing the difference between the 0 volt and 1.6 volt. And when this the voltage is continuously decreasing, what will happen? If we have connected a LED and we will leave it for fewer hours, what will happen? In the beginning hours, at the beginning of this time, we will see the bulb is glowing at its fullest brightness. Clear? But as the time goes, what will happen? The glow of this bulb get minimized, and after few hours it completely goes off. The brightness completely goes off. Why it is happening? Because the potential difference is continuously decreasing, and at the point where the difference there would be no difference left between the 0 volt and 1.2 volt of a simple pencil cell battery, then the bulb start glowing. So the second point, which says flow of current is not possible until there is no difference. Now let us understand this with another example, that is the battery is we have talked about is DC current. Okay, now here we are talking about AC current. At our like normal home supplies, what is it? AC supply is there, and in AC supplies there are 3 points. Number 1, which is represented with the red like line, it is having 220 volt. It is having the potential of 220 volt, voltage of 220 volts. Clear? On the next, the black wire, okay, is having 0 volt. Okay, so what is the difference between them? 220 volts. The difference between two terminals is 220 volts. So whatever you will connect with these two, whatever device you will connect between these two terminals, what will happen? The current will continue to flow. Clear? Until this difference remains there. Clear? And the last one is earthing wire, that we will discuss later. What is earth wire? Okay, so let me give you some simple idea of it. Earth wire is used for the prevention of leakage of current. If any current leaked through the circuit, okay, because if some wire is not covered with plastic, like wrap, or if it is touched with the metal strip or metal part of that device, what will happen? The current might leak. Okay, and that leaked current might hurt the person who is using that electrical or electronic device. So to overcome this problem, we have connected a earth wire. The earth wire conduct all the leakage current through the instrument or the device to the ground. Okay, because earth is behaving like a big huge source of charge. Okay, so that particular charge is attracted by the bigger charge. Clear? That leakage current is attracted by the bigger huge amount of charge, a big source of charge. It attracts the bigger charge, attracts the smaller charge towards itself, and thus the leakage current like moves on, go away from the device, and thus it prevents the like the person who is using that particular device. Clear? So that is earth wire. Clear? So until this difference of 220 volts remain there, it keep on the current keep on flowing, and the devices connected in the circuit would keep on working. Clear? This is what potential difference is. In the next class we will move further. Clear? Thank you.